One of the things that plays a role in all of this is the free and reduced lunch program, and that varies from school to school. But what are the numbers? What are the statistics out there?
Well, statistically, in the Bellingham School District, we have about 11,000 students. Of that, a little over 4,000 are eligible for free and reduced meals. Essentially, it means that the state pays for them to have lunch with us every day. Economically, those are the students that need fresh fruit and vegetables the most, because in a lot of cases, they don't get them in their home meals as well. So that's where we try to promote that. But they're spread throughout the whole district. So some schools have higher counts of that than others. But what we're trying to do at the district is start in individual programs like we had at Fairhaven, but also spread it out to other schools as well.
And how realistic is that?
Over time, it's very realistic.
Is it?
It's not going to happen tomorrow, but it's something that we can make slow incremental steps to put relationships with farmers and to put financial support behind it where we make it work on a long-term basis.
In our county, we have a lot of farmers who produce many, many different vegetables. In Washington, we grow over 300 different crops, so we are a real gold mine for this kind of thing. And because we live in a maritime climate where we have long shoulder seasons in spring and fall, we can have fresh food from our farms in this county for 9 months out of the year.
I had no idea. I thought it was a much shorter growing season than that.
Well, you can't have tomatoes in December, but you can eat broccoli and leeks and carrots and cauliflower and those kinds of things. So.
Yes, and one of the things I saw on the way in here today was a new greenhouse that's been built at in the Mount Baker School District at the high school, and the students are growing the food. So they've started with lettuce and tomatoes.
Right,
that's great.
I heard about that.
Staple.
Yeah, there's quite a few new gardens. We have a new garden at Fairhaven as well, and I think the more connections that the kids are able to make on where the food actually comes from, and meeting the farmer. We had Dory come to Fairhaven, and she met with a lot of the students so they could make the connection of where their food is coming from, who is growing it, and the local connections. It doesn't pay for it. We have to figure that piece out.
There was a program at Mount Baker a few years ago where a teacher got a grant from the Hagen stores, and she did an after-school program on nutrition. And she had 30 students, and then they came to my farm at the end of their program, and they dug carrots, and they picked salad, and they sorted salad, and then they took it back to the school, and the parents came. And I went to the program where each student told about what it was that they had learned, and they all ate this food that they had harvested themselves. And like you say, a kid digging a carrot is so excited because there's just this green stuff, and all of a sudden you've got a carrot they recognize. And it's a very exciting thing, and of course they want to eat it.
And it wasn't made in a factory.
No, it wasn't shaved.
One of the articles I read, which reinforces what you said, is that it's not just presenting healthy food to kids, it's doing that connection. And they brought in the healthy food, and they brought in the excitement of the food service people, that when the ladies offering the food says, you know, oh, this is from Bellwood Acres, or this is from Home Gardens, and try this is something new, this is a fresh carrot, you know. And it's also talked about getting more kids back out into the farms. So how can we take some of this funding and do farm tours? We will be back shortly, so come back for more conversation.